Maybe she had my problems where stuff cuts out.
Hi, Hetty.
And we got Jean coming in. We're gonna have a big group today. That's great. So did everybody get the email with Beverly's attachment? Good, good. So we can all thank Beverly. Thank you, Beverly.
You're welcome.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Pretty blue today.
Yes, it is. This is my first time doing this class, so I'm a little behind. I didn't cut out a pattern, so I'll just be listening.
Oh, I haven't cut out a pattern either. I've been putting together the Stitchers Collective. Who's been working on what?
Working on this.
Ooh, cute. That's a skirt or is it?
Well, it's pants, a skirt, and a skirt,
Oh,
and then it has this additional flap over to make it look more dressy.
oh,
like a
cute.
Pants and a maxi skirt.
Gloria Lynn did that one, so you might want to talk to her about it. I
Oh,
remember
really?
her. Yeah, I remember her saying that it was short. So yeah, so you might want to make sure you check on that.
You know, which
Um,
one did she do? The skirt or the pants or the?
Well, I'm assuming it was either the skirt or the skirt. I'm not sure which. It wasn't the pant. So she redid it. So you might want to check with Lynn if you have a way of doing that.
When
Oops.
I made those pants last year, not a good style on me. Straight to Goodwill pair for me.
Oh, no salvaging it?
It was just, I'm just not tall enough. The drape of the fabric on
Yeah.
top of the pants, it was, and I used a lightweight so it would have some drape. It was just not flattering on me. My kids called them diaper pants and off they went.
Oh, I love that.
I'm sure someone taller with thinner legs could carry it off quite nicely. Not for me though.
We all have those, right?
You're back, Gloria. Yay. Hope you're muted.
We have a lot of people. Everybody can unmute themselves.
I got bumped out. I don't know why. But Ramona, I was asking if the email you mentioned from Beverly,
Mhm.
I don't know if I received it or not, because I've had out of town company for the long Memorial Independence Day weekend. When was that sent or?
Yesterday.
Oh,
And I sent it from my Element 3 health account. That's when I'll be emailing from
Okay.
now
Hey, guys.
on.
I'll be
I
looking
saw-
for it.
Hey, Usha.
Hey,
Gosh, we have a lot of people here today. This is great.
This is what I'm working on.
Ooh, pretty. What kind of
Okay.
fabric?
Well, right now it's just a muslin. I haven't sewn clothing for a while, so I'm making a muslin for the first time ever and doing it the right way. So we'll see. That's as far as I got before the ribs.
Do you have a
So-
fabric in mind for it?
Yeah, I think it'll be some kind of linen-y, cotton, something like that.
Yeah, that would be good.
That's as far as I've gotten.
When I've made a pair of pants already.
of course.
Wow, overachiever.
You make a lot of them, so yeah, you're used to doing
I make
it.
a lot of these. It was my husband's birthday on the 4th and I didn't
Oh,
have
of
any.
course.
So I don't know if you can see this, but I'm going to stretch them. I made him a pair of
Oh
stretch.
my gosh.
They're like super stretch. Woo.
Does he
Yeah.
like them?
Well, he hasn't worn them yet because it's just too hot even for these. And they're really super lightweight summer kind of denim.
Uh-huh.
So hopefully he'll wear them. and they were so thin. I have these little nipple rivets that I buy from Gold Star Tool. I have a couple different styles of rivets, and these are the nails with them are terribly short, and I can't use them on regular denim. But I could totally use them on this paper thin stretch denim that I use. So I was happy about that.
Well, you'll have to let us know because I don't know that I could get my husband to wear stretch denim. He's just so used to regular denim and the heavier weight.
Well, that's what I usually make him.
Mhm.
But in the summertime, it's just too hot
Sure.
here. So like the heaviest I'll use is like about a 14 ounce, but that is so hard to sew. It's like
You get a
driving
workout.
tractor. Oh, it's terrible. But these were like super easy to make because it's super light.
I even like your label.
Yep. I make it out of craft tex and just use permanent ink on it.
Cool. That's really great.
Mhm.
And then
Hi,
I got
Faye.
patterns to get from Morphe, but I haven't decided yet. I got lots
Oh,
of patterns.
Lots of choices.
I'm definitely going to make these. This is a Berta. This is from the original Berta online web patterns, not in the store.
Mhm.
And I've made these a bunch of times, and I have a pair here from like the last time I made them. Oh, you can't see because it's so dark. But they have these great side panels. So you have like your front and your back and your side seams, and then you have the panel seams. So you basically have 8 places to adjust to get your fit
That's a
better.
great idea.
Yeah. So these are totally worn out. Probably made them about 8 years ago.
Wow.
So
And what kind of fabric did you make those out of?
that is some kind of stretch. Heavier than shirting, but lighter than a bottom weight.
Okay.
And that's the kind of fabric I usually use for pants. I live in North Carolina where it's miserably hot in the summertime. So you don't want regular bottom weights. But I've started sewing with like these athletic knits, the same kind of stuff you see in the stores for like golf pants.
Right.
They're a little bit tricky to sew with because they have so much stretch and you can't really top stitch. You have to kind of change your technique. So that's my plan, to try and like use some patterns I have and I know they're going to fit or be easy to adjust, and then get the hang of working with these fabrics to make them.
Do you use any special seaming techniques or seam finishes?
Well, so far when I make them, I've just been serging them, which works. But this is a pair I bought at a warehouse store, and they are able to top stitch it. And it's regular top stitching. It is not, oh, you know what? This one is chain stitch. So maybe I can top stitch. I have a single chain stitch on my cover stitch machine. So I might be able to top stitch with that. But I find they ripple a lot. It's really hard to get every single different fabric. You have to change your differential and with them to get it all to lay flat. So I'm trying to get there, because I would much rather wear a giant pair of stretchy pants than a hot, sweaty pair of, non-stretch things. So
where do you find that athletic fabric like you found like in a golf pant? Where do you buy it?
You have to scour the web for it. There's one fabric source online that's called Surge, Surge. She has some sometimes. Spandex Online has some sometimes. But it's not easy to find because most of them are like they're branded. So like Nike makes all of its golf stuff out of branded stuff. They don't let that stuff go into the system for us to be able to buy it.
Okay, thank you.
I think some of those manufacturers would be smart if they did. They would probably sell a lot more.
I live in Maryland, and that Armor, whatever the company is, they get rid of all of their fabric to one of our local fabric places. And if you look up, you go in there, you can find their knits and stuff. But, it's hit and miss. Under Armour is the brand I was thinking about. Yeah.
Which store in Maryland gets that?
Yeah, it's a big store. Yes, nationwide, worldwide, but like they really give back to the community. So they do put their scraps or something in this particular store, but it's like hit and miss.
Which
it's very
fabric
cheap.
store in Maryland?
It's an old warehouse type place. It's not a fashion fabric store. It like sells fabric for men's suits and that kind of thing. And I think the name of it is Kaplan's or something.
Okay.
Yeah. Mhm. Yeah. Maybe you could go online. Maybe they have a website. I don't know.
Marie, we see you're stitching. What are you working on?
Finishing up my breeches. A pair of pants with the back zipper.
Ooh,
Oh,
who else is stitching today?
I'm not stitching, but I do have my pattern for this month's project.
Oh, good.
All right, so I'm going to be using this one, this view. I might be making them longer, I don't know. So I have gotten to the point where I've traced out the pattern size, but I haven't put any of the balance lines in yet. So that's my next step and go from there. Not sure what kind of fabric I want to use, but I did pull this out. It's a denim stretch.
Oh, pretty color.
So I don't know if I want to use a stretch for the first one. It doesn't stretch too much. It stretches just a little. So I thought I might be able to get away with it, but we'll see.
Is it like a poplin or what?
It's a denim.
Oh, it is a denim? Okay.
It's a denim. It's just it's not very heavy,
Mm-hmm.
but it's not the lightest weight. It's not like a shirt weight. So
What's
we'll
your
see.
pattern, Julian? What's your pattern number?
McCall's M6930. Somebody else was using this same pattern. I think it might.
Casey, because I'm
Casey, that's what I was thinking. Yeah, Casey was using that one.
on her backside. That's what it's built for.
We
Uh,
have
let
a
me
new
end-
member in Marie's section there.
It has a zipper in the back, which I will probably do for the first pair, but for the final, just for the muslin, but for the final pair, I'll probably switch it to a fly front zipper.
Yeah, back zippers sometimes get hard to use.
It's nice and flat, which is nice. So it would look nice, especially if I had a dressier fabric. I do have a dressier denim I was originally thinking of doing, but I wasn't really sure this summer where I would wear them. So I decided, I thought, well, we'll keep it casual for this summer and see where it goes.
Good. I can't wait to see them made up. That fabric color is so pretty.
Is it a green or a more blue?
It's
looks
more of a
great.
blue, but it has an undertone of like a yellowish undertone, like very slightly.
On mine, it looks green.
Oh, okay. It is blue.
That's what makes shopping for fabric so hard for a lot of people online, is because computers change colors. So everybody's computer reads differently.
yeah, because you say I have on a blue blouse and actually it's green.
Really? Yeah, to me, it looks like it's like almost like a peacock blue.
I didn't
Yeah,
look like
How
that.
funny.
me too.
Me too. Yeah, that's green, really?
It's green, yeah, it's Kelly green.
Because yours looks similar to mine, and mine's a definite blue.
Yeah, yours looks blue, Faye.
It is.
Oh, how funny.
Yes.
I have a friend who could not shop online because she doesn't know, she's been sewing a long time, but she doesn't know fiber types and some of the, I guess, more technical terms like some of the twills or sateen or things like that, the weaves of the fabric. So it makes shopping online very difficult. And she likes to feel it. And I do almost all my shopping online because I can't find the fabrics I want locally. I go and I will waste a whole day shopping and come back with nothing, go online and find exactly what I want, get it shipped. So, and my time is at a premium. So I've just unfortunately gone to shopping online for the most part.
Each
But I try.
company changes the names of the fabrics and what they are. I found
You what? I'm sorry?
that each company seems to change
Oh.
what they call a fabric. Yeah, and I have to look at the content to find,
Right.
oh, well, that's got some polyester in it, and it's got that.
Exactly. Mm-hmm. And our daughter, she has a certain fabric that she likes, and it's actually a cotton polyester with a 1 to 2% spandex, and she loves it in dresses. And it's almost like a medium bottom weight, but it has a gorgeous drape to it. And fabric.com is the only place I've been able to find it.
What's the name of it?
I'll have to
They
look it
call
up.
Something specific or?
Yeah. I'll have to look it up because I don't recall right off the top of my head, but I will look it up. But it just drapes so beautifully. And she's 5 foot. She calls herself 5'12". So she's 6 foot, and her boyfriend is 6'5". He's
Wow.
actually my pseudo son-in-law. They've been together for 5 years. But anyway, she likes to wear tall heels, even though she's 6 foot, and the fabric just drapes on her beautifully.
When you're that tall, everything looks great.
Well, she's not a little gal, but she commands a room when she enters it. That's for sure. I'm the short one in my family, and I'm 5'9".
Kim, you look very intent. Are you working on something?
Me?
Kim.
Oh, Kim.
No, I'm not. I'm just listening.
Did your daughter get moved?
Yeah, she's all moved.
All the
Good.
stuff is gone?
It's all gone.
Oh,
Yay! Finally, did you get everything all cleaned up now? So it's just
No, no.
It's all gone. It's all gone.
It's just gone.
That's good.
Yay.
That's so nice to hear. That's hard to have that stuff all over the place. That's hard to live that way.
Better off to be in somebody else's house than yours. Let it live in somebody else's house.
you miss her, Kim?
I've talked to her several times, so I haven't missed her yet.
I hope she gets along good out there.
Yeah, she seems to be doing okay.
Good.
What part of California again is she at?
She's out in the valley.
Got it. Okay. All right.
Faye, are you getting anything from the storm today?
Supposedly all we're getting is the feeder bands. You're in line to get hit for the hurricane from there.
Tonight. We're gonna get it tonight.
Tonight.
Oh, you are gonna get it, huh? I was
Yeah.
thinking about you guys last night when I looked at Florida, and I went, oh crap, I don't know where in Florida now you guys are all at.
I'm southeast.
Well,
Yes,
then
She's
you
on the
ha-
west coast.
She's on the good side of the state
Oh,
right now.
okay. And well, I forget. I'm sorry. What part of Florida you get?
I'm west of Tampa.
Okay, that's what I was thinking. Okay, I had that
What
right.
about you, Gloria?
I'm in Orlando. I'm sure we'll get a lot of rain and some wind, but
Yeah.
we shouldn't get.
I'm in
I'm in-
Clearwater, so
We have a little town of Hudson, which is north of Clearwater.
Yeah.
And I live
Beverly's
on it
in-
now.
Beverly's in Clearwater. She'll get it too.
Yeah. Ours is our winter home, so I just get to look through it, through the cameras on our security cameras. And think I should be down there with that.
No. You're better off where you are.
And if it stays like it is, it's not that bad.
Right.
It just, hopefully you won't lose power. That's the worst.
That's the worst. Yes.
There's
Last
nothing
time
you
we
can
got
do
just
without electricity. I mean, it was so bad after Wilmar, I washed the windows because I couldn't do anything.
about 5 years ago, we got hit with just enough water that we had to tear out all 2 feet up all the way around. And everything.
Oh, no.
And I make sure that all of my sewing machine and sewing stuff is up where it can't be destroyed.
Yep.
They can destroy the cooking stuff. That's okay.
Not the sewing stuff.
Yeah, but not the sewing stuff.
Good.
No, it's going to be wet here. We're right now before the rains. We don't have any rain right at the moment, but it doesn't look good. It's all dull and gray. Yesterday, I got my car washed and 30 minutes later it rained.
I think that's a law.
Yeah.
It's a good sewing day because you don't want to go anywhere if it's raining.
Yeah.
Right.
As long as you don't lose your electricity.
That's it. Well, you could cut out patterns.
Yeah.
You could trace off and cut out patterns, except you're dying of the heat. But
if you have enough
If
light.
you could see, yeah.
You can only do that during the daytime, though.
Candles, candles.
oh, we have,
Doreen, you're working on something.
battery operated lanterns. The candles are a thing of the past.
Oh, no, love them.
No, for hurricane, for day after day without electricity, the lanterns are nicer. You don't have to worry about burning down your house.
Yeah.
Doreen, you're busy working on something.
Yeah, I'm not quite ready to hit the pants thing yet. I just got to get a couple of things sewn up first, and then I will do the pattern that you're, Joanne, that you're on. That's just sitting staring at me. Yeah, what I wanted is, I had mentioned to whoever just a little bit ago that in the mornings here, even though it's hotter than heck outside, in the mornings it's really got a chill and it's just kind of cold. And I don't want to in the mornings, I don't want to dress into anything that's real cold, anything sleeveless or anything. It's just too cold. So I'm using this, this pattern that I've used 8 million times over, that one. And literally I'm doing it in, which I wanted, just a summertime knit. And it's driven me absolutely nuts. Oh, I have my windows, the shades open, but I think you can still get a view. It's just this, summery, springy, very expensive stuff. What has slowed me down from just whipping through this is I have forgotten the inexpensive knits that curl.
Oh, single knit.
Oh,
The Jersey knits curl, yeah.
just driving me nuts.
Spray starch.
Yeah. Did you try?
But it's hard when I've already I didn't really recognize how much it was driving me crazy until I really got into it. It was a little late to do that kind of stuff. But yeah, but it slowed me down a lot. I'm just about done with it now. I'm just putting the elastic around and then I'll hem it up. So I'll be done with this very quickly. Can't see it because I've just got all just getting put together. But yeah, I'm gonna do that, and then one other quick thing that I'm gonna make just so what I noticed that I was lacking, and this what we're dealing with right now is really good for me. We were out of town just for a couple of days, just got out of town, but I was just watching and kind of looking at people, which clothing, we all do that, just looking at what people are wearing. I don't have enough you know, of the things that we're wearing now. I mean, I've got a ton of black leggings. I've got tons of those and a few other little decorative looking leggings, but nothing that is for the summer outside of a couple of white pairs that I've just bought. So I'm ready to make newer shorts. My shorts from last year are not what I like. They're a little bit, you know, how you change every now and then you kind of change. So my shorts that I had before, because I bet the one nice thing on me is my mom kept saying, you know, I gave you my legs. She gave me her legs. They're not bad legs. The only nice thing on me, she had nice legs too. So I didn't mind showing most of my leg, but now the shorts are just a little bit too short. I'm not 40 years old anymore. You know?
You're not. That fools me.
I hate it. But I'm not. I just don't feel comfortable now in what I was even wearing last year. They're just a little bit too short. They're still fine, but I'm looking at them going, I don't want you anymore. But so, you know, I got a whole stack. I never thought I'd be like this year be saying that. I thought that was one thing I was totally fine with. Well, no, I need everything to do with the pattern that you just took out, Joanne, from the shorts to the little bit more capri length. I'll be spending definitely the whole month on this thing, just gathering it together, making sure it fits and just sewing away. So you'll see a lot out of this one out of me this month. So
Good.
it'll be fun to get into it, but just got a couple things to get rid of here first, and then I'll be going at it. Yep. But yeah, I ran out of the other thing that kept me busy is working on that. As a lot of you guys know, that I was working on the room downstairs, my fabric stash. Most of it is nicely put away, and it does look like you're walking into a Joann's. It is just, I mean, walking into a fabric store. It's just wonderful. But of course, I ran out of room because you got way more fabric than what you even think you do. I know, Dara. You get way more than what you think you do. I'm like, where am I going to find more shelf room here? I can't do this, and I can't think of not buying any more fabric. This is horrible. So I'm kind of wiggling my way into downstairs and also figuring out maybe I won't be able to get it all nicely done up. It's just not the whole thing. I got as much into I don't have any more, put it this way, I have no more bolts that I can get from the store that I got them from. They just changed their system. I called them last week and they had no more bolts, but then I called them up yesterday and they said, we changed our system. They're reusing all of their bolts up, so they're not getting more new bolts. So I went out so this bottom line is it took a lot more time up doing this stuff because I kind of want to get it done, at least done to a certain extent, just to get the stuff cleaned up off the living room table, dining room table upstairs, get everything, you know, kind of put away as much as I can. But I think I'm going to end up by just nicely folding and putting into, I don't know if it's going to work to put it into a plastic tub, if you just end up by not being able to see through it very well, or just stacking them up.
What little I do have, because I collect tools and machines. I don't collect the fabric stash, but
Okay.
what little I do have folded up in tubs, but it's stacked on end, so I can pull out the tub, open the bin top, and just look in and automatically see what I've got. So that works for me.
It's easier than stacking them one on top of another.
Yeah.
Like not the bin. I'm not talking about the bins, but the cloth inside the bins. It is easier to do it upright.
Yeah.
To put them
see.
in put them in the upright. I'm
Yeah.
sorry, I'm catching on. Which way is the easiest to do?
So they're stacked upright. So
In
it's
the
like,
tub?
yeah,
Okay.
not stacked on top of each other, but
Oh.
upright like this.
Can I show you?
Like file
Oh,
folders, like
All
file
right.
folders.
So I
Yeah,
don't know.
yeah.
Can you see that? Doreen, can you see
yeah.
that? And then like that. So
Oh,
when I
yours
open
are-
the
Oh,
So when I
got it,
open the
got it.
top, all I do is see, I can see from the top, and then they're labeled as to how much is on the
Yeah.
folded piece.
You
Oh,
people are way too organized.
Yes,
I
she
check
is.
that.
I mean, I have mine stacked the other way, but I have it all cataloged, so I still
she's
know
way,
what's in
way,
the
way,
tub.
she's way more than I am.
Yeah. Well,
But
I
what
did it when I did it when I moved, and that was really good because I had to go through it anyways.
Yeah.
Because I was getting rid of stuff. So I said, well, I'm not putting it back the way it was. So I just, when I moved, I did all that organizing just a
And what-
couple years ago.
I'm finding that what is working very well for me right now is what Kim is doing, and to an extent is really helpful for me to have it. Just I do a very quick measurement, and I have it on the white file, the white labels, and just put it on there, the yardage, and also how 45 inch, 60 inch. That
Mhm.
when you're doing things really quickly, you don't have to do anything, but it's a quick blink. You just look at it and it's there, it's done. I know, Dara, but
It would take years to go through it all.
I know, but I don't have as much as you do. I don't have
Yeah.
I don't have as much as you do. So for me, it's worth it to take this time. Since I'm already this far into it, well, put it this way. I haven't gotten to the fall and winter stuff. I haven't even touched that yet. I'm just doing spring and summer right now.
Okay,
So-
just because I showed you my mess doesn't mean that I have more than you. We haven't seen
Yeah, will we get to see it anytime?
Mine?
Yeah.
Yes.
When it's all done, or?
With this, I will show you the spring and summer when that's going to get done here before too long. What I did, but what I will do with the fall and winter, I'll just do a very quick with the camera, just a very quick, because it's just a mess. But what I do so much, I do mingle the fabrics together so much, so I do need to kind of, right now it goes so much faster for me to know if I have something to work with it or I don't. I just, it's just a quick look through it, and it's really working beautifully.
Good.
So we'll see. But what when I ran out of the bolts, what I did is I went out to to my husband's. He takes out. We get a lot of stuff online, so all the cardboard from the boxes. He just did he took a bolt and just quickly did with a cutter, put it against the cardboard like a cardboard box, and just quickly did a couple of cutouts. And so I got a whole lot more, just a flat piece of cardboard to put it around.
Yeah, good idea.
So it's working good.
Yeah.
Doreen,
Huh?
if you look at the Thursday group on July 29th, it says it's a sewing room tour day.
Right.
So if we want to see
Oh.
everybody's sewing rooms, I guess it's July 29th. We get to see that.
Not about that.
That's advance warning to make it look presentable, right?
So if anybody wants to
No.
show off their messy
No,
sewing
I'm
room,
not cleaning up. No,
their
I think
fabric.
Mine's
some
not
people.
bad.
Now, I mean, it is what it is. I think a couple of you have just said, forget it. It is what it is, and
Yeah.
that's it. I'm not going to clean it up because that's time. So
You could be sewing.
yeah, I could be doing other things. So, but this will get my spring and summer will get done in time for the July 29th. I promise that. No laughing. Oh, moving on. Quit talking. Quit looking at me.
Ladies, I have a question. I brought a bow pattern, and of course I didn't use it right away. And I think it's about a year old. I called the company because when I opened it, one of the pieces was totally faint. You couldn't see the lines at all. They didn't call me back. Do you have any suggestions?
You might try Marketplace on Facebook.
What are you
Okay.
trying to find out, Jean?
Uh-huh.
What are you trying to find out? I missed.
Find out if they could send me the pattern piece, because I
Oh,
don't
good.
have the receipt from what, I bought it at Joanne.
Oh.
And I don't have the receipt. And you know how we buy the patterns and put them away and then pull them out later. And I,
Yeah,
had my
you're gonna have
fabric
to,
all together.
you're gonna have to
And-
go,
Go ahead.
you're gonna have to go through, the various routes that we all go through, like Etsy and whatnot. They should have them, most of them.
You're probably gonna have to buy the pattern again.
But
Yes,
I've had
that's-
good luck calling before. I've called before, and I mean, it might take 2 or 3 calls, but if you can get somebody on the phone, they will help you.
Really?
Okay, that's
Can you,
what I thought.
can you
I've been
text,
calling
can you
and,
email them?
I'm sorry, what'd you say?
Can you email them if you go into into the Vogue site? Can you email them?
That's what we'll do the next time. I will email them. And when I get off this call, I will
Yeah.
email them because I've left a couple of messages and they haven't gotten back to me. Because in the past, when I had a problem, they would send me like the pattern piece or, directions online or something. But okay, that's what I'll do. Thanks, lady.
You bet.
Ramona, Hetty had her hand up.
Yeah, I just had an idea for Doreen, because you were talking about not being able to find the cardboard bolts. I've read some stuff, I've never tried it, but there's some stuff you can buy like on Amazon or buy online, which is called, I think, comic book, like cardboard backing. Like I think you can buy like a pack of 50 or 100, but it's sort of small bolt size, heavy duty cardboards. And some people fold their fabric, and fold it around those because they're
What is
already
it
sort
called
of
again? Comic something?
Let me get mine. That's what I use. Hold on.
okay. I think it's called comic book
Comic book.
backing or comic book cardboard backing,
Your comic book boards.
comic book boards.
I've used that for quilting cotton, but when I buy apparel fabric, I might buy 3 or 4 yards of,
Yeah.
heavy fabric and knit, so it doesn't work for that.
Okay. Good. Well, so in other words, it doesn't cost a ton of money?
Can you see this? I can't see my camera.
Blurred.
It's not really
No.
It's
focused.
glare.
There we go.
There it goes.
There we
Yep,
go.
just a little bit back, yeah.
So that's
lift
what
it
I
up?
use.
Can you lift it up a little?
Yeah,
And then back a little bit toward you.
there.
I can't
Oh.
see me on here, so I don't know.
What is the cost of
Here.
getting one of those? What's the cost of it?
It wasn't very expensive.
Okay. Because the one when I was looking online for it was really, really
it's-
spendy.
And it's just like a sheet like this. I don't know why it's blurry. Why is it blurry?
Yeah, because you're not.
Um,
Oh, that's better.
I know
That's
some
better.
people go to the dollar store and buy their foam core board. And then
yeah, that would be,
you
okay.
cut that up into like thirds.
Yeah, yeah.
And it's kind of like a small poster board size. It's not
Right.
like a full size sheet like you would get at Michael's or something. But if you get 3 out of $1,
Yeah, yeah.
slice them
Yeah,
up a
I
little
would
bit.
suggest that too, the dollar store.
So they
Yeah.
have the foam? The
Yeah.
foam
Yeah.
one. Okay.
The dollar store has foam core. It is not the same quality you find in a craft store, but it's good enough for, I'm going to cut it up and wrap fabric on it.
Right. That's exactly. Thank you. Both of those are really good ideas.
Doreen, what I use is just my 6-inch quilt ruler, which is like 24 inches long. And I just wrap the fabric around it. And then when it's time, I fold it and just pull out the ruler. So it really doesn't even have cardboard in it, but there's enough fabric that has been wrapped around to actually hold its shape.
That's a good idea.
Well, yours looked like it was straight up and down. It looked,
Right, it
It's
is
fine.
because they're all packed like that in the
Yeah.
bin.
okay.
I had all of my fabric in bins and I had a lady come in to organize my house. It was worth every penny, but what she did, she took all of the fabric out of the bins. We folded it up and we put it in bookcases, which I had. And so when I go there, I can look and see exactly what it is. I wasn't smart enough to say how much yardage and that kind of thing, but at least I now have an idea of what I had, because when we pulled the stuff out of the bins, I must have had, I could have started my own fabric store. I didn't even know what I had. So that was
Nice.
that's another good way to go.
Do
I
you
have that same
find that they
problem.
fake? Go ahead.
No, I was just
Dara?
gonna say, if it's out of sight, it's out of mind. And I'll
Right.
go buy the same piece of fabric again, not realizing I have it.
Right.
So mine's all on
Really
like
like it.
those stainless steel shelves that are pretty sturdy. I used to use plastic ones and they start to like lose their shape after a while. So I just buy the, from the warehouse store, the cheap stainless steel ones and pile it up on there. And then also like, you don't want to put too much weight. You're going to permanently crease things if you put too much weight on it. So then I have lots of shelves and everything's maybe only got like 5 or 6 things on top of it.
Oh, you're talking, okay, so what we're getting at here is putting them into shelves. So really, I have to my side here, you can't see it, but I've got, 1, 2, 3, 4 different sections of shelves on the one end and 3 on the other. So you guys are saying that I could probably use one of these or whatever of these as do them upright and put them right up here.
I'd be worried though, because you've got a nice sunny window right there. You might find that your fabric fades on the folded edge. So you would just need to be aware that wherever you put your fabric, you do not want a light source nearby that could fade your fabric.
Well, I can't tell the feed, but I will have to pay attention to that tomorrow or whenever the sun comes out. We lost our sun last night. We went from 95 to 75 in
wow.
Minnesota.
Oh, that's lovely.
Yeah, this is whoever said that. I think Dara, you said that. We went 20 degrees drop. It was 95 plus yesterday. We could barely stand it. Now today it's 75.
Nice.
Yeah, so we dropped, but I can't tell right now what sun is hitting that, but I will have to notice that when I see the sun again just to notice that, see what I'm getting.
But I will make a suggestion for that too, because what I did, I had some old, really thick fabric that I put some embroidery designs on that I never used my embroidery machine. And I made a curtain and put the Velcro at the top. So that blocks the sun from doing the fabric, I hope. Now that you ladies have mentioned it, I'm going upstairs and look, yeah. But that's what I did. And it looks like curtains, and then I got to use my embroidery stitches and stuff, which I, never use.
Yeah, I can do that. Okay, I'm not sure I'm gonna do that, but because I kind of like to have all the fabric in one area, but still it's an option for if I want to. Yeah, okay, thanks for everything. This is huge.
You could even just put 2 or 3 fabrics where you need some inspiration and you think about them if they're right there in view and you're not quite sure what you're going to do with them or something like that.
Or just simply put my next few projects down. That would be better than up there. Yeah, that almost works like a better idea. To put those in.
That's what I do. I've got a tub sitting on a stool in my sewing room, and the next few things I'm going to work on, I put everything in those gallon Ziploc bags, all my notions, fabrics, patterns, whatever I'm doing, threads is all in the bag. So all I do is grab the bag.
Well, mine changed. I had mine sitting outside in the living room, and over the last maybe few weeks, I finally heard my husband muddle to me that he really didn't like it evaporating into another room. He didn't really love that a whole lot. I'm going, oh, crap. I don't want to do things and have him feeling like he's upset about it. So I went, okay. So now everything is kind of sitting. I don't want it where it's at, where my next project's to be up with the thing I'm working on. I want my mind on what I'm doing, and that's it. So I may do, I think that idea of having projects, the next project, sitting that down there, that might work. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do that instead. I had to change things around a little bit.
We all evolve.
Evidently, I have to evolve. So,
ladies, you were saying about ordering fabric online and stuff, and when you said about putting everything in a gallon bag that you're going to work on, the main thing I have learned since this pandemic is to buy the thread when you buy the fabric. I mean, 12 o'clock at night, I'm, tired, and I look and I've got every color but, the color I need. But I think I was spoiled because my mother worked in a department store fabric department when I was a kid. So she got all these great deals on fabric, and she always brought the zipper and the thread home with her. So when I buy fabric, I don't think to do that, and then it's back to the store or whatever.
Yep.
I guess that's why they give us a notions list on the back of a pattern envelope.
And she said, when all else fails, read, right?
One thing
Mom
I,
always knew best.
Yeah.
Is anybody for this month's stuff, is anybody working on, like, I guess they're called gauchos? Anything like that? Or I think some people said they hated those things.
I love them, but I'm too short.
Okay,
I might do Peggy Sager's culotte story. But
Huh.
first, I want to get these pants done. But
Yeah.
When I got this brown fabric for my pants, it's
yeah,
mostly cut out in there.
yeah.
I started looking through my stash to see what I could wear with them to make some tops.
Uh-huh.
I started finding some fabric I actually had forgotten.
Nice one.
That goes perfect with the brown.
This is a
Yeah.
sheer, so I'll either do a cami or a tank top to wear and do me.
Ooh, that's pretty.
I even have a pair of gray slacks that I could wear this with.
That'll work.
And then here's another one. I like
Paisley,
please, yeah.
okay.
That's pretty.
And then the third one I found has also brown and blue and gray in it.
Okay,
I'm keeping that all together, so I immediately make at least one or two tops to wear with those brown pants when I have them done.
Those
Are
are
all-
great prints.
the last one you brought up, I know that one's a is that a border print that you just brought up, or is it just a repeating print? Okay, so none of them were border prints,
No,
right?
none.
Oh. Okay. That just looks fun. That looks fun. That last one, I like that one. Yep. You got 3 of them then that you have to work with.
Yep.
Okay, you're good to go.
None of them were bought recently. These are all old. They've just been sitting around waiting to be made into something.
Nothing is old. Nothing is old. It's all just waiting.
We have more time to shop and we shop faster than we sew, I think is the problem with that.
You're right. I think you're right.
I'm tending to more to shop for ideas than anything else, because it may not work when you try it, which is why I sew a whole lot more. But I like to go out and shop and look at, I've told, when I was a few weekends ago, we were up north at a friend's cabin, and we usually go shopping at a couple of boutique stores. And I went, I'm not shopping to necessarily buy. I'm shopping for something, anything that looks different than what I normally get. I want to try on anything that looks different just to see if it might look good. Why not try it while sitting in front of me? So I did. And it was good to do that because you find out a little bit more information about what it looks like on you. So
Yeah,
And when I
that was-
shop like that, I shop for details. What are they doing and ready to wear that I can adapt into my sewing projects?
that too. Yep, exactly.
Photographs of it with your iPhone. I'm always taking pictures of ready to
Yep.
wear for inspiration.
Yeah.
Do it all the time. Yep. Take a picture of it. Yeah, the way they're,
I'm sorry, I was asking Gloria what pattern number, the simplicity pants?
oh yeah, what pattern were you using?
9111.
Thank you.
Put it up a little bit, please, just so I could see it. I haven't, is that new? It's gotta be kind of new.
Yeah, a friend of mine found it a while back and she bought it mainly to make the skirt. And when she showed
Yeah.
it to me, I loved it because I love the slacks. And when I went to the store to buy it, They
Yeah.
didn't have it my size, which she is the same size. And I said, Judy, you must have bought the last one.
Oh,
When I was in North Carolina, she was out shopping and she happened to see it again at a different fabric shop and they had
Okay.
it in our
Okay.
size, so she picked it up for me.
okay.
Thank you.
Who was it that said it's short? Joanne?
Well, if I remember correctly, Lynn, when she did it, the first one she did, number one, she said it took a lot more fabric than you thought it needed to, and then it was shorter than she expected.
Well,
So
with
she redid it.
the skirt and the short, the skirt and the skirt, that might be the case. But I'm making the slacks, and when I measured the tissue, I told my friend Judy, who is shorter than I am, I said, Judy, you're really gonna have to take a lot of the length out of this for you. So I think the slacks are gonna be fine. But I'm gonna run real quick and see if I can't get that Peggy Sager's culotte pattern to show Doreen.
Okay.
Okay.
I have a couple other things that I forgot about. I found this weekend after my company left. It's called Evan Lee's culottes. It's hard to really tell on the picture, but here's the line drawing on it, if you could see that.
Yeah.
Okay, I just looked up here. So could you take the front of it again? Oh, okay. That's okay. So, all right. Okay, I'm sorry. Yeah, go ahead.
And then here's one it's an older one, so I don't know if you can get any more, but it kind of looks like gauchos or culottes.
Oh, it does.
That one is McCall's 6748.
6748. So you think that's an older one?
I think so. Well, yeah, I know so by the size. I will have to grade up if I'm going to use that one. What I'm really curious about, I don't remember buying this, so this is pretty old, too, but it's one piece. Has anybody ever done anything with like that?
Hang on 1 second, because I want to get a larger view on that one.
It's not a
looks like
wrap
it does.
pant. I've done wrap pants before.
Oh, those. No, I have not. I haven't.
I don't know
I
what
tried
that
this.
is. I must have really bought it so long ago. I was probably with somebody telling me I should get it, and I did, but it got set aside and never made. So I'm going to try to make it this month.
I
Okay.
tried those last summer, and again, if you have nice, thin, shapely legs, I'm sure it'll be good.
Oh, really?
Talk
If
to
you're-
Doreen about that, not me. That's why I always wear long pants mostly.
Oh,
You know, if you're in my world of not very tall and definitely not thin legs, no, you just wind up with all this bulk where you tie it. It wasn't good. And then,
okay.
but if you don't have any length on your legs, you don't have any way to like get away from the bulk. It's just bulk from your waist to the floor, so.
Yeah. Okay.
Find more fitted or just slightly draped look good.
You have
'Cause
to, you really have to
I don't
play
have
with
big
the
legs,
balance.
but I have big belly. My weight's in the middle, and that's more flattering.
If you're short, like I'm not that short, I'm almost 5'4", but you have to scale down the details on things to make them appropriate for your height. Otherwise, where something ties or has a ruffle or a flap, it's just too much sometimes.
Well, that's what I have been noticing on a few patterns where they have a big tie right through here. And I'm going, are you crazy? Who wants a big tie right here? So it's just gonna stick out.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, I've seen those.
I don't get this at all. Like, who wants that? I mean, that just made no, I mean, because I had a pair of pants that I never made girlfriend of mine had made it, and she just had a totally different figure than me. It looked okay on her, but it's still with that big thin tie in front. I remember thinking to myself, even on her, it is not enhancing. It just doesn't do anything. Like, why don't we get rid of that design? I want to tell it to the pattern companies, period. Knock off the big ties in front. It just makes no sense. And there's just no way to look at it and have it look nice. I just don't.
Well, I think you have to be that tall person. So maybe Ramona's daughter would look great in it because she's tall.
Yeah, but she's a large gal. She's not thin, like, models thin.
I've got a granddaughter that model thin and tall. She could pull it off.
Well, the rest of us aren't.
And that's why we sew.
Just don't make the tie. You buy a
Yes.
thin belt instead or
Yeah,
something.
I was
that.
I was gonna take the whole tie thing off and just make it without it. Yep.
What I'd like to see after I get the pant all fitted, I would love to get a wide, I'm very short between my waist and the bottom of my bra, and I have a muffin. I wonder if you can make a wide waistband, like 4 or 5 inches, and have a muffin buster at the same time.
Sure. There's lots of patterns like that. There's lots of patterns where you could put a knit waistband on a woven pant and get that effect. It
How
takes,
many inches
not
wide are
gonna
you
find
talking?
you're not going to find it like made for you from the pattern company. You're going to have to piece it together.
Oh,
I'm very, probably 4 or 5 inches would do it on me.
Mhm.
Dara, now that you mentioned that, one of the Peggy Sager's things I was watching one evening, she had made a sleeveless woven dress. And then she took a knit of that same print. And when it was on the mannequin, it was behind her. It looked like it just had a very wide cummerbund kind of belt on it. And then she started pulling it up and over. And what it was just a big, like maybe a 10-inch piece of knit that she had sewn in a circle and then just pulled it over to where it looked like a ruched cummerbund.
See, I want this to
It's
be
also like we used to wear the little elasticized things, back in the 60s or 70s, the strapless little.
Yeah, like a tube top at your waist.
Exactly.
needs to be
okay.
a little bit firmer.
Yeah, that wouldn't look good either.
Because I wear my shirts over it anyway.
Right, like this isn't going to show. So this is just like you're building in some foundation to the top of the pant. You could totally do that. I'm trying to think. I don't have any patterns in my head right now that I can think of where you can do it, but the waistband on, I can't think of her name. The woman who just recently passed away, Sewing with Nancy. Sewing with Nancy a lot of her knits have like a wide folded over waistband at the top. So when you unfold it, it's maybe like 10 inches, and then you sew now you're working with a knit that's already got some compression to it. You sew a strip of elastic at the middle, and that's what makes the top of it. And then you sew it into a tube and it goes right onto the top of the pants. So if you fitted yourself in a pattern in a woven, you could just put your waistband a little bit low, closer to your hip line, and then put that knit band on there, and you would get that effect. No one's ever going to see it but you.
Yeah.
Pamela Leggett has a pattern hack where she takes jeans that you buy, where you cut off above the pocket area, and then you add on power mesh so that it helps you with the extra front tummy, but also, like you say, Dari, it's not going to be seen, but it's just there to help it give a nicer, flatter look too. So you're getting rid of your fly zipper totally when you do that.
Well, that when they started all of a sudden, like it was amazing in women's pants, they do what men's pants have, where they bring the pocket all the way to the zipper, which is tummy smoothing, instead of the pockets ending midway and then they pull on women. Because most of us have, as we get older, have a little bit of roundness there.
When you
Yeah.
can find that on Berta pants, if you look at some of the Berta patterns, the paper ones that are in Joann's, you can find a full facing where the pocket comes all the way to the zipper. And I've done that when I used to work. I used to put that power mesh fabric in there, put a layer of that all the way up to the zipper. So the whole thing lays flat and stays nice and isn't all jumbled up all day. But the pattern comes that way. So the directions are already there for how to do it. The sizing is already there. Look at some of the Berta style pants, especially the pants that have been in the catalog for a while. And you'll find that some of them do have that whole full front pocket facing like a men's slack.
Oh, okay. Thanks for that tip. Because
And you
Berta
buy
pattern
power
fit me
mesh,
better anyway.
Their
That would
pants are way better. Their pants are, they have like a much longer curve and a much rounder curve. You know, a lot of like the Simplicities and the McCalls, it's almost like a J. It comes down and it goes, zoop. And if you have a flat rear end, that might fit you really well. But if you have some fullness in your middle, you need more length in the crotch seam. So Berta is my favorite for pants. They need the least amount of changes to fit me in the size where the rest of it fits me.
Oh, thanks for that tip, because Berta patterns to me have a much better fit than the Buttericks Vogues or, Simplicities. They always seem to fit better.
I think they're made for a little more woman than this scarecrow.
Yeah.
Ours are
Yeah, I
made.
think you're right. Yeah.
One of the things that happens, if you can see my hands
Yes.
on the McCall's and Simplicity and Budrick and sometimes Vogue, they're working with the crotch curve being almost equal front and back. There's an extra length in the back, so it's a little bit shorter at the front. But if you look at patterns that have the long crotch curve, the deep crotch curve, not the long one, but the deep crotch curve, it fits the fanny much better and fits as much more flattering.
When
Yeah.
it's really easy fix to do yourself, if you have a pattern that you want and you've made it and it doesn't have enough room in the seat and the thighs, it's really easy to deepen that. You take a slice out, you make a bigger curve, and then whatever you take out, you add back between the waist and your hip so that you have that room in a different place. One of my favorite tricks is if I really want to buy Simplicity or McCall's, I take my size and then I use the next 1 or 2 sizes bigger for the crotch so that I have extra fullness at the side of the thigh, and then I have extra length between the waist and the seat for when you sit down. Because if you're kind of like I have an hourglass figure, if you don't give yourself some ease when you go to sit down, that waistband just grabs you at the waist and you can't really sit in your pants. So you have to build in a little bit more length there. So I just go 1 or 2 sizes and cut on that line for the inside leg. And it's for me, that fixes that problem with the generic patterns.
Also, if you take the stretch material, not knit, but stretch material, and make them up as you would, but don't put an opening in for the zipper. You can just go straight up on the side, and you can put a facing on it, and you can put the measurement. Like for instance, my measurement for elastic in pants is 30 inches. Don't ask me how I came up with that, but it's 30 inches, where my waist is like 39 or so. So, I mean, I use a stretchy elastic, but if you mark the points of that are side seams and front and back, if you mark those and anchor them into the seam allowance and then you pull the facing over top of that and to edge stitch it, then you can use that pants that you have that have got the pull-on pants that you don't have zippers for. They're elastic, they're stretch material, and you can pull them up, and they don't have a zipper in them, but you can just pull them up.
So you're skipping the darts and all the shaping?
Nope, leave the shaping, everything in.
Huh.
Now, it just depends if you've got like your average pants, when you're trying to add fullness so that you can make them into elastic waist pants. If you take your waistline, you can only add enough to make 8 inches, which is 2 inches on each quadrant. And anything more than that, you need to have a zipper in it.
Oh, okay, I see what you're saying.
I've got a pair I just made. This is stretch material, and I don't like waistbands, so I put my waistband on with the I put a facing on instead of a waistband. But this is my elastic pants, and you can see, and it stretches and it fits over your hips.
We can't see anything.
Yeah, could you hold it up a little bit higher?
Higher, and what do I do? And have to go back further?
Yeah,
That's
that's great fabric.
It's pretty.
So in other words, you eliminated coming in at the waist and go straight up on the sides?
Yes.
Okay.
And see, this is elastic in this thing here, and it fits just perfectly.
Oh yeah, I see, and it's a wider piece of elastic. Yeah.
Yes.
So when you put them on, it looks like a waistband.
No,
And it fits at my waist. It fits here at my waist rather than up here to be a waistband. Because if you put a waistband up here, I'm going to be uncomfortable when I'm eating.
That's true.
So I just finished these a week ago, so they haven't even been worn yet.
So when you say facing inside, it is not attached, or is it open? How is it looks inside at your waistline after the elastic?
I let it fall loosely. I anchor it into the darts. I lost you. I feel like I'm talking to.
Can you turn them inside out and show the top of the waistband?
Not that one, but
Okay.
This is my waistband. Unfortunately, this is navy blue and you can't see it, but I anchor them at the waistline, at the darts. I just stitch in the ditch, through the dart and through the facing, and that keeps it sitting up.
Got it. Thank you.
And then, the center front and the center front pockets and all the vertical stitches that go around the waistline, I anchor to the facing.
Got it. Thank you.
That's interesting because you leave the darts in, but you go straight up on the sides. And I've always heard it explained the other way, where you eliminate the darts if you're putting an elastic waistband.
If I'm making elastic pants, yes, I leave the darts out. But when I'm making, like with a stretch material, I get a much better fit because the fabric's going to still slip over your hips. And that pocket on this particular, the navy blue pair of pants, is that slash pocket I sent to Mona last week. I don't know if you can see it or not, but there's the pocket.
Can't see it.
That's why I'm saying you can't see it in this dark material. See, there's your slash pocket right here.
Oh, yeah, yeah, okay.
Oh, okay. Now I see.
Oh, yeah, I like that.
And when you change the drain line on the under pocket, you know, the pocket that you don't see, you'll never see it anyways. Yeah.
Beverly, on another time, maybe not this time, but on another time, if you would have a different pair of pants that we could see from it, because I'm kind of losing the logic of what you're getting at because I can't see anything. But do you have any?
I know it's awful hard to see in the.
No, what I'm getting at is on another time, maybe next time or whatever that when we're meeting, if you have a different pair of pants with a
lighter color.
Yeah, it's
So-
just something that we could see. Don't, I don't, I didn't mean to have you do it right now.
I'm gonna have to go. My ribs are yelling at me.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
Take care.
Ladies, I won't be here next week because my sewing group is getting together for the first time since the pandemic started.
wow.
So I'll be back week after that.
There,
If we haven't been together
That's-
since February of 20.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, yeah,
can you see the pocket here? The
Mhm.
slash.
yeah.
Speaker view. Okay, so I'm on the speaker view. Okay, go ahead.
Who are you talking to?
I was just trying to see you with the white pants. Like I said, I can see you now. I can see it now.
Okay. And you can see how I've anchored the
Thank you.
you can see how I've anchored the facing to the seams.
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
Oh, is it?
And I
loose
just
in
stitched
there?
down this edge here, right here.
yep.
You just stitch down here in the ditch.
Right.
You don't even see the vertical seaming.
That's
And-
right. Yep.
And
So
I don't
there's no
hand out.
horizontal seam at all that shows?
Beg pardon?
There's no horizontal seam that shows. The only place it's anchored down is in the, where the darts are and the side seams and so forth, right?
Yes. Uh-huh.
Is it open otherwise?
Yes, it is.
Oh, okay.
It's just the facing.
Yeah, but the facing's not stitched all around. You
It
just,
can be.
yeah, okay.
I just chose not to.
That looks nice though, even though we're probably wearing pullover tops. But it's a nice
Well, if
straight
you're gonna
look.
wear your tops out, it doesn't matter what your waistline looks like.
It's true.
Does keeping the darts in the front make the front flatter than the back? I was looking at some patterns, ideas last night for elastic waistbands, and some had more darts and tucks in the front, and the elastic only was in the back.
That can happen too.
Okay.
It's just a proportion thing. I mean, you just have to be able to make sure you have your proportions. So you use and don't use too much elastic in the back because then it's useless if it doesn't
Right.
stretch.
Yeah, I
Got it.
guess it would depend on your figure and where you're, like, if you measure your side points, do you need more fullness in the front or more fullness in the back, depending on
Oh,
your figure?
good point.
Hi, Paula. I
Hi,
finally found
Carol.
somebody
Thank
I know
you.
on one of these calls.
So when I make my pants, uh, I measure from the center front to the side seam and the side seam to the center back.
Ah,
And-
good idea.
And then that's how I determine the length of my facing or my elastic. See, there's a difference between the center front and and side seam and the center back of the pants. And and the difference on you center front, side seam and center back, there's a difference. And if you're using elastic, you need to go down about 6 inches less than what the elastic is so that it fits right.
Right. Does it depend on the kind of elastic you're using?
Yes, it does. I get from fabric.com, no, from Wawak. I get a stretchy fabric. And when I first did it, I just took an inch out on each section. And it was too big. I had to take it all out and replace it. And then somebody came to my house and said, well, you need to take 6 inches out from your front to your back. And my elastic's a little bit stretchier, so I take about 8 inches out. That's 2 inches per quadrant.
I buy that same elastic from Wawak, and I think it's called the Sport Elastic. It comes in like an 1.25 inches, 1.5 inches, and
Yes.
it is super stretchy. And you can also sew through this kind. It doesn't
Yes.
lose. It's
The things don't come looping up on you.
yeah. The way it's knit, you can run like 3 or 4 rows of stitching through that. Like if you're doing pajama pants or something for a child where you want to see all that stitching, it's great stuff.
Uh-huh. They've got great stuff on, great prices on zippers and thread, and I have a sewing ministry and I go through an awful lot of serger thread. So every 6 months or so, I'm buying a box and I try to order it when I have enough material so I can get $100 and get the shipping for free.
Yeah, it's a great company.
And like as Ramon said, if you start putting a dollar value on your time, relative to shipping, if it's going to take you an hour or a half hour to get to the store, that's worth 30 minutes of time. And you got 30 minutes to come back. So there's an hour's worth of time, and put a dollar value on your time.
Mhm.
And your shipping is, and the price of gas. Gas here is over $3 a gallon.
Same here.
So, I mean,
It's a good-
shipping is cheap.
When Wawak
Never
ships
done that.
really fast. Their shipping is super fast, and I buy all kinds of stuff from them. I love their rolls of interfacing. They're like perfect. You can buy 1 inch, 2 inch, 3 inch, different weights. You buy it. Here's one sitting here right now. This is one of the Wigan ones, which is kind of a bias cut one. I use it in collars, plackets. Instead of getting out that big piece of interfacing, a lot of times you're just putting it on the waistband or on the top of a pocket or something. So buying it on the roll is a huge.
What is that you just bought on the roll? What is that?
Interfacing. I have, hang on. I have 4 of them that sit on my cutting table all the time. This one's just like regular thin fusible. This one is the Tricot knit one that I use for stay stitching kind of stuff in shoulders on t-shirts.
Zippers. Now, where did you say you got that? Is that from the
Wawak.
Yeah, from Wawak.
Wawak. Okay, I've got that book right here. Yeah.
That's a lot cheaper than buying that Interfacing,
Yes.
no keys, the little packages.
No, it's
And
super cheap.
Walk has good prices on yards of interfacing by the yard.
Mhm. And their zippers are incredibly inexpensive.
Yes.
I buy my jean zippers from them, and the quality is great. When you can see, I ran out of black ones. I put a blue one in this pair of black jeans, but they're great. I mean, I usually buy like 20 at a time, and it's great pricing compared to anything else that I have access to.
Well, it also makes up when you buy, if you buy one or two, it's cheaper to buy it locally. But if you buy 4 or 5 or more, it's cheaper to have it shipped.
Yeah, well, and once you get on their mailing list, you know, like a lot of times they'll have buy 2 zippers, get 1 free. So you can get a lot of volume for a good price.
Yeah, make sure you get on their email list.
Yeah, I'm not on there. They sent me a catalog, but that's all I get. I have to sign up for the email.
Mhm.
When I
And they do
use-
specials all the time, and sometimes they'll only be 1 or 2 day specials. So that's why if you get on the email list, then you'll have access to all of that. But yeah, it's great company. I order from them all the time too.
And they have some threads that you just can't get any other places.
Right.
I use the MaxiLock stretch serger thread on a lot of things on my cover stitch, on a lot of like heavy knit things, like, you know, leggings, kind of like clothing. You really need more stretch than the regular serger thread. And I don't have anywhere where I could buy that besides them. Like I
Yeah.
have no access to that besides them.
And their prices are better than if you did get it locally.
Mhm.
I burned on a fabric in Joann's. I bought, I thought, oh, be great to make pants on it. It had such a beautiful hand. And then I washed it and it looks like a rag. I haven't ironed it yet. But if I do anything, I'd make the muslin out of it rather than wear it as pants.
What is that material?
It was a linen and lyocell or rayon or something blend. It has no stretch. And the hand was beautiful in the store. It was exactly what I wanted. Then when I put it in the washer and dryer, it's not what I wanted.
Okay, if you back that with poly cotton batiste, you'll like it. You sew the two together. You sew the darts on the masterpiece on the facing front, you know, the front material, and on the lining you sew the darts on that, and then you put the two together and baste them together and sew it as one piece, and it will make those that material sing.
Do you use cotton poly or just plain cotton batiste?
Depends where you buy it. If I buy it at Joann's, they only have broadcloth and it's too heavy. If I buy it at Hobby Lobby, I get it at the, you know, I can get polyester, you know, the poly batiste. And if I buy it online at fabric.com, they have a good price on cotton polyester. It's lightweight and it feels nice too.
So the best place is fabric.com for that.
Yes.
And then I bought this other one. It's a denim looking, and this one is a blend. Maybe this is the one that had lyocell. It feels like, you know, like a tencel, like the drape that had. But that's what I wanted to make a lightweight, cool denim pant. You know, probably elastic waist. I'm gonna do elastic, and then I'm
the cotton poly won't work on that one because if it stretches at all, then you're going to wash it. When you wash it, the you know, the material will stretch and the batiste will stay as it is, and it'll
This is not stretch. This is not a denim, and it has no stretch.
Okay, then use the cotton polyester on it.
No, this is I forget what it was. It's a blend that has some lyocell and it had nice drape. And then I ended up with there was 3/4 left of a yard left on the bolt, and it was on sale for $7.99. And they said they'd give me the end of bolt price on that last 3/4. So I got quite a bit of it, but there's no stretch to it at all.
Okay.
Which
Well,
I
then you can
wanted
use the polyester.
You know, after I make the pants,
cotton, 100% cotton, it will wrinkle like your face fabric. But if you use poly cotton, the polyester will keep the face fabric from wrinkling.
Oh, yeah, I just, this I'm not going to line. I wanted it drapey and cool. It's Florida. We don't need 2 layers.
Now, where are you in Florida?
I'm in Southeast Florida. I'm west of Fort Lauderdale,
Oh, okay.
and it's
I'm in
hot.
Tampa, so I'm in Clearwater.
You're hot too.
Yes. And I mean, I can remember the first time I remember talking to or thinking about pair of pants, and I wanted a white pair of linen looking pants. And I backed them with the cotton polyester, and I was amazed at how comfortable they were.
But you got a better quality fabric, I think, than this thing from Joann's.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like anything about it now that it's washed. It even has.
Take it back. Take it back. They'll take it back.
Will they?
If you complain about it, they will.
Oh, I have to see if I saved the slip. Knowing me, I didn't. But anyway.
If you save the slip and go back and talk to the management, don't talk to a clerk. Just talk to the management and tell them that you bought this. It was beautiful and it was exactly what you wanted, and then you washed it, and make a better dog bed than to use for a garment, and they'll give you your money back.
I'll have to look and see if I saved the slip.
You have to have the slip though.
Yeah, I don't know if I saved it or not. I'll have to see. I'll check. Thank you.
This has been a really great session. I did contact Andrea about the poll for the September, but she hasn't written back. I know she was on vacation, so maybe today she'll write back to me. And has anybody thought about anything for September?
Did you get that book from Amazon?
Not yet. I have not gotten it yet, but I did order it.
What book?
It's called The Magic of Color and Line.
Oh.
By Ann Pearson.
Yes. And if you can skip all the front parts of it, the whole thing, just go to the part where it's about a third of the way through, and it shows you the body.
Yeah, I'm interested. I'll be anxious to get it. Yeah.
And look at that, because that will tell you, that has given me so much confidence in what I'm sewing.
Good.
Because I know what looks good on me, and I know what fits me good, and it all came from that book. And
maybe we should do books in September.
September may be something with fleece fabric, so we can meet for December.
Oh, good idea. Anybody else have an idea?
Rona, I didn't respond to that poll, but another thing I would be interested in is pockets. Never made welt pockets or cargo pockets, or maybe inserting pockets in a garment that's already made that has no pockets.
You know, that would probably be a good one for Stitchers Collective too.
I was thinking that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's what I was thinking of, Stitchers.
Oh, okay.
Which I'm real disappointed.
Barlop has a fantastic welt pocket. Judy Barlop has a fantastic welt pocket, and you cannot make a mistake on it. I have made many of them, and it goes in just like just taking a knife through butter. It's just so quick and so easy. And it's there's not much to it, but boy, I tell you, they are beautiful welt pockets.
I do mine on the embroidery machine.
Whoa.
I do.
I actually did an article for, who was it? It's been a few years ago now. I don't know if it was Creative Machine Embroidery. I think it was. And they said, you can't do that. And I said, I've already done it. And it was at an ASG conference. We were sitting at a table. That's what it was. And she said, you've got to do an article. I said, okay.
I like to do triangle pockets.
Oh yeah, those are fun.
And they're quick and they're easy and they look really complicated.
Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. Maybe you could share that with us.
Pockets, you got to remember, most of us are looking for a pocket to put a cell phone in.
Mm-hmm.
And so shape of the pocket's going to have to deal with what your cell phone shape is.
Beverly, what was the name of that book again?
The Magic of Color and Line. By Ann Person.
The Magic of
Person.
Color and Line.
Yes.
By who?
Ann Person.
Thank you. Just for curiosity.
So any other ideas
about
besides
print,
fleece
though.
for September?
How about something on athleisure wear, fabrics and so on? I noticed at Joann's that they have started carrying a line of fabrics called athleisure, which includes, besides the knits, some stretch wovens, which are lightweight, but they're right now there's just 2 or 3 colors. Maybe something on how to use those effectively for shorts, tops, that kind of thing.
Paula, which Joann's did you see this in?
I was at the one on North Raleigh on.
All right, I gotta go there today.
What's the name of that line again? At Leisure?
Athleisure, like a cross between athletic and leisure. They had a couple of colors, sort of a teal, aqua blue, sort of a rose mauve color. And they had things like fine rib knits, regular types of knits, as well as the stretch woven.
Can you type that name into the chat?
Sure, I'll be glad to.
And a lot of us are sewing athleisure. Like, isn't this the one that Casey just made? That multimedia top that she did. So athleisure just means that clothes that you would wear out in public now, not just to the gym. So,
And in fact, I'm not sure they would have enough stretch to make, for example, leggings. But some of their products have enough, enough lycra or spandex to be suitable for leggings or bottoms, or even top weight that need a lot of stretch. But I'd be interested to hear about other applications for that or good patterns to use.
How about something about matching your front so that your left front and your right front are continuous across the front?
What?
for a pattern or print or?
That's for prints. If you can get a print that goes across the, the front of your garment.
Right.
And like the left of the flowers here and the right of the flowers here.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay.
There's quite a simple way to do it. So if you want, I'll write something up for you.
Please.
Okay, so what are we going to do for September?
We don't know yet.
Fleece or a jacket, because fleece makes wonderful jackets. It's our winter wear down here.
I like that idea.
Well, I'm always up for jackets. I haven't made a jacket in like a month and I'm like losing my mind. It's my favorite thing.
Jackets are my favorite thing to sew.
I don't own one.
You don't own a jacket?
Living
Living
in an outer, are you talking outerwear jacket or something that you're wearing indoors?
Yes.
Yeah, both.
One.
Either one.
Well, of
Yeah.
course, jackets outside, yeah, but indoors, I don't, that's just not worn. If you're talking indoors, no, I have not. I'm talking, if you're talking indoors, I don't own a jacket to wear indoors.
We know how you
wear a
make
jacket
sweaters and layers. I make jackets for that. Like I make a lightweight jacket instead of a sweater. That's
good
just
to
my.
have at restaurants when they're freezing cold in the restaurants in Florida.
Yeah.
To wear a
Yeah.
jacket.
Same thing here. It's just so cold to go in the air conditioning.
Yeah.
I'm doing cardigans and that, so it's the same thing. It's just I'm not wearing a jacket. I do cardigans. Yeah.
Okay, so September is your choice of jacket / cardigan / whatever.
Whatever.
Okay.
What are we doing anything for August so I can be ahead?
August was upcycling.
Upcycling. Okay.
Oh, I'm gonna need some help with that one. I have never successfully upcycled anything.
I saw some of the most beautiful stuff on Pinterest. They used denims and they pieced it. And like there was a $3,000 jacket from one of the designers. And I looked at it and any one of us could do it. It was just the way, and look at that because they have some beautiful piece dresses and skirts where you could take, you know, multiple colored denims, like if you had several pair and combine them and it makes a real, you just combine them in any kind of pattern you want from what I've seen. And then you cut out your front, back, whatever. And then some of the designs are beautiful. I'm a denim kind of gal.
I am too.
I'm not going to take a dress and remake it into a skirt or whatever. No, but I'll do something with denim.
And it can, upcycling can even be repairing. So some of those things that I've done on group works where they show repairs of holes and things where they put embroidery over it, or so there's all kinds of things. Upcycling can mean all kinds of things. There's a lot of folks who take denim and make bags out of it, purses,
That's me.
that type of stuff. Yeah. So
Let me do that.
all right. Well, anybody got anything else? I'll get the September schedule to our person to get up.
Nope. No, thank you.
Thank you all for
Thank you.
attending.
Thank you. It was a
This
good
is-
I
meeting.
really enjoyed this.
Lots of great tips today. Thank you all.
Yeah.
All right. We'll see you next week.
Be safe.
Okay, bye.
Yeah. Be safe.
Bye-bye.